video. Heavy rotation. I don't know. This is video number 4, maybe. It's like heavy rotation vinyl finds of the week, sort of combined. I combine them together. You know me. I'm very eclectic, so my music taste follows. Up number 1. These are 10 of the records that I've been listening to this past week. 10 that's been on the turntable. This one was gifted to me by a good friend of mine that I play music with, Tom. If you're watching again, thank you. This one is Elvis. Elvis Presley. May have heard of him before. This is as recorded at the Madison Square Garden. This one was June 10th, 1972. And I had this on this morning, listened to it as a matter of fact. And, you know, sometimes it's just cool. Elvis. I don't have very many Elvis records. I've listened to them, you know, it would come on the radio or every once in a while I'd pull it up. Didn't have very many Elvis records. And now I have a few, thanks to Tom. And, man, it's just, he's the king, baby. What can I say? You know? It's amazing when I think of how many musicians we've lost over the years. It just doesn't seem right. Speaking of years, this one is, it's another one of those records that it's been hailed as one of the top 10 records of all time by a lot of people. I don't know, you know, to each their own. Everybody has their own taste, but this is the Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle. And it's a cool one. It's a good one. The Zombies, you know, they're still playing. Rod Argent is still playing. They're coming here in a couple of months. And I may just go have to see the Zombies. I'm not sure how many of them are still, you know, original members are still alive and kicking. I think there's 3 maybe. I may be wrong on that. But it says Odyssey and Oracle is the second studio album by the English rock band The Zombies. It was originally released in the UK in 1968 by CBS Records. This, of course, is a reissue because, you know, I like The Zombies, but to buy an original pressing of this, you better bring your wallet. Hell with the wallet. You better just bring money because these go for high dollar. But it is a good album. This is the one that Time of the Season came out on. Ooh, whale alert. My cryptocurrency going crazy up here. Whale alert. Somebody just bought lots. Here's another good one. This one just played a little while ago, actually. And earlier in the week I had it on. And this is kind of, for me, one of those underrated musicians. This one is it was released in 1956. It was a debut album of the influential rockabilly band and rock and roll trio fronted by Johnny Burnett. And man, I'll just say, this album, this is also a reissue. It's not an original, but you know, reissues original. If I had a choice, yeah, I would love to have the originals, but you know, sometimes I've found them and they're just all beat to hell, or if they're in good shape, they're a lot of money. And you know, I don't have a lot of money, so I go for the reissues sometimes because it's all about the music. This is on Wax Time, and you know, for 1956, these dudes were rocking. I gotta say, man, they were hitting it hard. So then, go from 1956 up to 2020. It's another one of those guys that kind of, you know, started one way, drifted to another. thing of music. Was like, ooh, everybody kind of freaked out, went back to sort of bluegrass style music. And that is none other than Sturgill Simpson, Cutting Grass, Volume 1, The Butcher Shop Sessions. And every song on this album is good. If you like bluegrass-ish country with a rock theme to it, get this album. And man, I love the inside of this one. Just got that guitar in there, and you know, a little bit of liner notes, a little bit about the players. Got that Martin guitar. Volume 1, The Butcher Shop Sessions from Sturgill Simpson. Have you never heard it? Check it out. It's a damn good album. This one, the one and only. This is an original. When did this come out? This is number 5. This came out, well, I'll read you what it says here. The Stills Young Band, Long May You Run. Right here. It's original. And I found this in a thrift store. It's in really good condition, other than has somebody's initials up here, says M&M. Is it the real M&M? No, I doubt it. Maybe it's M&M candies. I don't know. Maybe it's just M&M. Michael and Michelle. I don't know who owned this album. But they took really good care of it, other than one little crunch here on the corner. The vinyl itself is nice and clean and shiny. Plays like a dream. And the Stills Young Band, May You Run, Long May You Run, is a studio album credited to Stills and Young. Everybody knows who they are, right? If you don't, it's a collaboration between Stephen Stills and Neil Young, released in 1976 on Reprise Record, peaked number 26 on the Billboard 200 chart, and was certified gold in the United States. And it was the only release by Stills and Young in tandem. They made one, and it's a damn good one. Long May You Run, you know that song. This one, this is another one of those that it came out, when did it come out? 2013. It came out before that. It came out in the 80s. And it's this one. The Cult. Electric Peace. What do you mean, Electric Peace? Well, anybody that was a rock fan in the 80s, you knew The Cult, and you knew this album, Electric. It was a kick-ass album. It still is a kick-ass album. And this release has the Peace album in it as well. Henceforth, Electric Peace. They recorded, the story goes, they recorded the Peace album, and they just weren't really happy with it. They said it was too polished. It wasn't rough cut enough. They got with Rick Rubin. He redid one of their songs, recorded one of their songs. They loved it, and they said, we got to redo the whole album. And so it is included in this double album set. And it's good. This whole album, the whole Electric album. I mean, if you listen to rock in the 80s, mid-80s, how many times have you heard The Cult, you know, in movies and everything? The album just freaking rocks. This one, another thrift store find, which I was stoked when I got this one. I was just looking at one of their albums the other day, and when I showed everybody, will probably know which album I'm talking about, but this is The Best of Bread. Apparently, white bread. White bread, chicken chip, Huckleberry. What movie is that from? Anyway, this is, I had to go there, sorry. This is The Best of Bread. And I got this for, I don't know, I think $1 or something. In really good condition. It does have a little crinklage, little rottage, a little funkiness down here in the corner. But the vinyl itself, pristine, plays perfectly well. You know, compilation albums. Some people like them, some people hate them. The best of albums, some people love them, some people hate them. You know, some people's point of view is, hey, I like the band, I don't like every song they play, so I'll just get the best of. And, you know, it's the best of. But other people may like those B-sides. Other people, you know, other people are like, oh, no, I just want the pure album the way it was intended to be heard. Whatever. Do what you want. It's your record collection, you know. That's why I do what I want. So I was stoked to find this in the dollar. I don't know. I may even paid 50 cents for it. I don't know. I know it was well worth the price of admission, whether you like best ofs or not. This one, however, wasn't in the dollar bin for, you know, good reason. I shouldn't say it was in the dollar bin because everything in the thrift store is $1. So, not specifically a dollar bin. Maybe 2 for $1. Anyway, this one's not there for good reason because, one, it's new. It came out in 2021, and it's the return of Robert Plant and Allison Krauss, and they're back with Raise the Roof. Raise the Roof. Whoop, whoop, the roof's on fire. No, that's a different album. It's a double album. Comes with this nice little poster inside of Robert and Allison. And I gotta say, man, you know, they did one, I think it was like 2007 or 8, something like that. And what was it called? Raisin Sand or Raise the Sand, something like that. This one, Raise the Roof. You know, Robert Plant, Led Zeppelin fan, I am. And, I mean, he's getting up there in years, man. He's in his 70s. And I gotta say, dude still has a damn good voice. This is a good one. You know, there's a couple of songs on this album that he sings that I'm like, wow. It's like listening to an unheard Zeppelin song. It's kind of strange. I like it. And, you know, Allison Krauss, I mean, she's got a phenomenal voice as well. And together, it's a good album, man. You know, kind of mellow, but sometimes mellow is good. Drinking a cup of coffee in the morning, you don't want something rattling your brain like this next album will. The Ramones. The Ramones album. This came out in 2016. It's the 40th year anniversary. And again, you know, it's got a bunch of hits on it. And there's the back. Actually, there's the vinyl. And like I say, a bunch of hits. Rattle in Your Brain, Blitzkrieg Bop, Chainsaw, Listen to My Heart, Beat on the Brat, Judy's a Punk. It's got a bunch of good songs on here. And I think Ramones made it on the list last week too, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe that was a different video. I don't know. Next up, for number 10. This one, you can definitely tell. I found it in the thrift store, the junk store, because, man, it looks pretty tattered. It doesn't look tattered. It is. Can you tell what this is? And what's even worse, the backside of this one. If there is a backside, what's left of the backside, it's the Cars Panorama. Yeah, it's got heavy water damage, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, even if I can get it, I don't even think I can get it out of here. Maybe I can. The innards, the inner sleeve is really hammered, and it's even stuck in here. Why is it stuck, you say? Because it's moldy. Nasty cover, nasty jacket. I have it in plastic. I'm just gonna leave it in plastic and not touch it. However, I was amazed. I was like, I saw this and I'm like, I just got 3 Cars records like earlier in the week, last week. And I'm like, I didn't get this one. And I'm like, this thing is gonna suck. It's gonna be just... I pulled the vinyl out. And it is... plays perfectly, you know? It has a few light scuffs and stuff on it. I mean, the album looked like crap when I first pulled it out of the jacket. It was all nasty, had stuff all over it. I took my time, cleaned it really nice, looked at it. I was like, damn. Put it on the turntable. Spun perfectly, played perfectly, nice and flat. Plays all the way through, no skips, no crackles, no big pops or anything. You know, it's got a little surface noise on it. It does have a few little scuffs on it, but plays good, plays fine. And I got it like dirt cheap. I think they gave me this one because I bought 10 other records that day, and I was like, this one, really? This should be a health hazard. And she was like, yeah, we just won't count that one. So boom, bam, bingo. Got the Cars Panorama. Looking for another album jacket for it, original. But this one came out, what, 1980? It's the 3rd studio album by the American New Wave band, the Cars, released in 1980. Like its predecessors, it was produced by Roy Thomas Baker and released on Elektra Records. You wouldn't know that by the back of the album because you can't read anything on the back of the album. You can damn sure barely read anything on the front of the album other than the Cars. And I knew what it was right when I saw it because I know the album. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Again, my music collection is very eclectic. From the Cars to Robert Plant to Elvis to Sturgill Simpson. I cover a vast variety of music. This you will learn about me as you continue to follow my videos. Hit the subscribe button over there. Hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when I make a new video. And it would help me out if you'd give me a like. But leave me some comments. What are your favorite albums this week? Put in the comments below. I want to hear from you people. All right? There you go. There you have it. My story. I'm sticking to it. I'm out of here.